Oh, welcome. This is actually my first outdoor ride in 6 months since I was involved in an accident, broke my collarbone and missed Ironman Copenhagen, and I gotta tell you, it feels unfriggin' believable. Like the wind in my face, the feeling sick as I'm climbing up hills, but I don't care because I'm out. And I don't know about you, but when it comes to training, I'd find it really difficult before Christmas to really focus on that year ahead, on 2020. And this is my first week's proper training in January. I can now see my whole season ahead of me. I have the marathon in Seville next month. I've got the marathon in London in April. I've got Ironman Copenhagen and lots of little races in between. And I couldn't be more excited. And it really signals the start of what I like to call the grind.
Structure. All of us have got it in our lives to a varying degree. When we wake up, a morning routine. When we go to work. When we get home from work. Eating, sleeping. In fact, you could argue that I work in one of the most structured environments that there is, and that's a school, where every single moment of my day is essentially structured to the point it's a 35-minute period for 3 and then a structured break, 3 lots of 35 minutes again, then a slightly longer break, and then some more periods that are 35 minutes. So my entire day is structured down to kind of there. But the good thing is I don't feel trapped in that structure. In fact, I quite like the structure. I know what I'm going to do, and that's Monday to Friday. But the reason that I don't feel trapped is because outside of school and in the holidays, I'm the architect of my own structure. I decide what I do and when, how I train, when I create these vlogs. So I feel like structure works. So that led me to wondering why so many of us train with a certain amount of short-term structure when we're working out, but maybe not necessarily the longer-term structure in place to really get the most out of our training. And when I say short-term, I mean, you know that you're going to go out and do a 1-hour run session, or you know that you're going to go out and do a 2-hour bike session. But take all of these sessions and add them together and create a kind of training cycle, the longer term stuff, and most people don't do that. And I think that's actually because that a lot of people out there just don't have the knowledge that they need to be able to confidently do that. And that's not a bad thing, and it's not a negative. It's just an area where I can help you out there because I do have that knowledge. So I thought it would be handy for you if I, this week in this video, showed you how I train both weekly but also longer term in what I call training blocks. In fact, not what I call, I mean they are training blocks, but it's not what I call them. It's what I call the grind. The grind is about getting it done. It's about building for a purpose. Let me explain. My training blocks are 4 weeks long and consist of 3 weeks of hard work and 1 week of light recovery work to allow the adaptations from the training block to actually happen. Currently, my aim for my blocks are around 10 hours a week and maybe 3 to 5 hours for the recovery week. It's all personal, but this is just what works for me. But what I love about the blocks are that each week brings something totally different to the training that helps me grow and improve. Week 1, I'm usually fresh from a recovery week and can nail the training and feel great doing it. So that's great physical gains. Week 2, I'm starting to feel fatigued, so I'm training on tired legs and a tired body. Still hitting the sessions, but feeling it. Great benefit here for the body, teaching it to train and perform whilst tired, which you're going to need when you start going longer. Then week 3, I'm deeply fatigued. Sessions hurt, there are aches and pains, and motivation to train needs to be on point to get it done. Screw the physical gains here. Even though there are some, this is much more psychological for me. Getting it done when you don't want to, pulling out every psychological training tool you have and hitting the sessions. And just when you're feeling it's all too much, welcome to recovery week. Low intensity, low volume, rest and relax. Then repeat. Anyway, training week. This is what I've been up to. I actually started the week and had to abort a run, and it's the first time I've had to do that for years, but the pain was too much in the Achilles. But after that, on the Tuesday, in the morning I got up and I did my strength and conditioning. I did a single leg workout. Then in the afternoon when I got home from work, I did an hour on the turbo trainer. Wednesday I took as an impromptu day off. I was supposed to swim, but to be honest with you, the swim sessions with my tri club are 8:30 till 9:30, and sometimes I'm just too tired, so I made an impromptu day off because it was my recovery week and I could. Thursday morning again, I got up early, I did another strength and conditioning workout, this time paying particular attention to the Achilles, the calves, and trying to get some of that pain out of the way by foam rolling and doing some strengthening work. And then in the evening again, I did another quick turbo of an hour, some max effort work, some really top end effort, but for short periods of time. Friday morning I went for a quick swim, just 30 minutes of solid state swimming. Sometimes I think that's hugely beneficial, as well as on top of all of the interval training type swimming that I do with my tri club. I try and factor in a little bit of both. And then Saturday morning I went out for my first bike ride since the crash, and it's the first time outside, and I've got to tell you, as you probably saw at the start of the video, it felt glorious, just amazing. And that is my recovery week. What I'm going to aim for in my training block of 4 weeks, I'm going to aim for the first 3 weeks to each be 10 hours, and then the recovery week, like I say, to be that little bit less. And if you want to see what I'm up to any of the days of the week, then you can follow me on Strava. I'm on there. I think my name is... I've set up a training group called This Messy Happy. It's a group on Strava, but there my training is going to be in there, so you can see what I'm up to, and I'll try and be as specific as possible, just in case that helps someone out there. The next few tutorials, by the way, I'm hoping that will benefit a lot of you out there. I've done some PB training plans, 5k, 10k and half marathon, how to possibly get a PB if you follow this plan. They're all 8-week plans because I wanted to do 2 blocks of training. As you know, I do it in 4-week blocks. So the hope is that that will help you out there if you're looking to run a PB, because obviously the plans that I've done previously are just to complete the distances, and I know a lot of you out there have been doing that for a while but want to push on to the next level. And I'll see you on Tuesday.